Ready. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Bonsoir. I'm attempting to speak some French today. Bonsoir, comment vous allez? Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? So if you're here, please let me know in the comment section that you're here. Let me know if you're here. So I'm just going to be saying hello to everybody. So please, if you're here, let me know that you're here. You can just say hello so that I know that you're here. So of course, my name is Simply Sikadi. I'll be your facilitator for today's session. And, today we'll be looking at Facebook ads, getting started with Facebook ads. Actually, um, uh, some people said that they needed to have some more details, when it came to Google ads, to Facebook ads rather. They said that, okay, we have to go into a lot more details. So get yourself ready because this class is going to be very, very practical, right? Very practical. Like, I'm going to be telling you one thing and I'll go and show you exactly how to do it. So that's how this class is going to be. Because probably, we have to make the class very, very practical. So I'm just going to greet everybody. So my name is Simply Sikaji. I'm joining you from Yaoundé, Cameroon, and of course, I'm not here alone. I'm here with Sandra. Sandra is joining us from uh, Nigeria, and of course, Udeme too is joining us from Nigeria. So I'm just going to say hello to everybody. So I'm going to give a special shout or a special emoji to Nolette Inacio Milato. Now, the reason why I'm giving her a special shout out is because she's the very first comment, right, on YouTube. She's the very first person that made the comment. So, special shout out to you, Nolette Inacio. Hope you're doing well from Mozambique. So, I'm just going to greet everybody. Hello, Dihari Naina from Madagascar. Okay, awesome. Hello, Akoswa from Ghana. Hello, Sile Malaza from Switzerland. Is it Switzerland? Oh, Swaziland. Okay, thank you so much. Hello, Annie from Zambia. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Annie Christie. Hello, Comfort from Abuja, Nigeria. Hello, Kite. Wow. I'm avoiding to read names, right? Because sometimes I can cut my tongue. So we're just gonna hello Pixie, hello Kat Kealaretsa. Wow, this is awesome. Hello Monica from Zambia, Pixie from Madagascar. Thank you so much for your comments. So we're going to be looking at getting started with Facebook advertising, and it's going to be very practical, okay? Very, very practical. Um, so, what I want to know, right? I can see many people commenting. Hello, Naza Stella, Chinaza, Chinaza from Nigeria. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at Facebook advertising. Facebook advertising. How do you advertise on Facebook? So what I want to know is there anyone here that has been doing Facebook advertisements? If you've been doing Facebook advertisements, kindly let me know, please. Do I have anybody here that has been running ads on Facebook? So I want to know. So if you're here and that you've run Facebook ads before, can you let me know in the chat that you've run Facebook ads? And of course, even tell me whether you got anything from it, or tell me what challenge you had, because we're going to be addressing all those challenges right here and now. Yeah, so do I have anybody here that has run Facebook ads before? If it's not the case, you can also tell me no. not run Facebook ads before. So if you've not run Facebook ads, kindly tell me you've not run Facebook ads so that I can know. Now, the reason I am asking is so that I should know the audience to whom I'm talking, because if I'm talking to those that have never run ads, I know that I have to go right from scratch, right? But if I'm talking to people that have done it before, then maybe I can address the challenges that they faced. If not, no problem. So, what about those that have done boosts? Have you done boosts before? Because usually if you have a Facebook page, you're going to see something there like boost. I don't know if you've noticed boost on the Facebook page. Do we have people that have done boosts before? That have done boosts before. If that's not the case, it's okay. You can tell me you've not done it before. So usually boosts are are not recommended. That thing you come and see on your how do they call it, on your post, you're going to see something like boost there. Usually that boost is not recommended. Okay, Pixie says yes, I did. Thank you so much for that feedback, Pixie. Thank you so much. Yeah, so usually it's not advisable to do boost, right? It's advisable to use what we call the Facebook ad manager to run your ads, because the Facebook ad manager has a lot more options than the boost. Now, since nobody has run ads before, or not many people have run ads before, let me tell you what an ad is. Usually when you have a page, right, and I always want to differentiate between what we call a page and an account. A Facebook account is different from a Facebook page. Now, a Facebook page has what we call a Facebook account has what we call friends. So if you go on your Facebook and you notice that people are sending you friend requests, it means what you have is an account and not a page. Now, a Facebook page has what we call followers. You see, so you can know whether you have a Facebook account or a Facebook page. And by the way, you cannot have a Facebook page without an account. Usually it always starts from you creating an account, then you now leave from your account to your page. So I hope that's clear, and that's very, very important. Now, what is Facebook advertising? Facebook advertising simply means that um, you decide to pay Facebook to reach out to a very high number of people. I'll take, for example, let's say you have, because usually when you make a post on Facebook, right, normally the only people that can see your post most times are your friends or your followers. Meaning that if you have 500 followers, it's only 500 people that can see your post. And most times, not all the 500 will see. But then, if you have 500 followers, only 500 people have the potential to see what you posted. So, since you have limited number of followers, you can decide to tell Facebook, okay, Facebook, I want to reach out to 20,000 people. I want to reach out to 50,000 people. And then Facebook will tell you, okay, for you to reach out to these 50,000 people, you need to uh, uh, you need to pay a certain amount. That amount can be $10. That amount can be $5. That amount can be $20, depending on what the amount is for you, right? So that's the meaning of Facebook advertising. Facebook advertising means that you're giving Facebook a certain amount. It could be $5, $10, and depending on the reach that you want to have, you can say, okay, I want to reach 50,000 people. And so Facebook will tell you, okay, for you to reach 50,000 people, you are going to pay maybe $5 or $10. You see, that's the meaning of Facebook ads, right? And the beautiful thing about Facebook ads, the beautiful thing about Facebook ads is that you can target those that will see your products. That means you will not just tell Facebook, I want to reach out to 20,000 people. No, you can decide to say, okay, I want to reach out to 20,000 people that love dresses, that love shoes, that love concerts, that love music. So not only can you reach out to 20,000 people, but you can define the kind of 20,000 people you want to reach. And that is very, very, very important. So Facebook doesn't just give you the possibility to reach out to many people, but it also gives you the possibility to reach out to specific kinds of people, which you can do using what we call targeting. And of course, I'm going to be showing you practically how targeting is done on Facebook ads. Remember, we have two sessions for Facebook ads. Today's session, we are showing you getting started with Facebook advertisement. On another session, we're going to be showing you advanced Facebook advertising. So today we are introducing you to the concept. Next time we're going to extend it even better so that you can see it. Yeah. So that's how that's the meaning of Facebook ads. Okay, you might ask me, okay, how does Facebook know those that love your products? It's very easy. When you go on Facebook, right? When you see a dress, for example, you like that dress, right? When you like that dress, Facebook notices that you love dresses. If you go on Facebook and you see, for example, uh, uh, um, what do I how do I say it, a beauty product, right, and you like that beauty product, guess what, Facebook has known that, okay, this guy loves beauty products. So Facebook knows all what you like. They know everything that you love. And how do they know it? They know it because when you see them online, you like them. So they can know it by the likes that you make on products. They can know it by the comments that you make on products. They can also know it by how long you stay on a particular post. When you're scrolling on your Facebook, and you see a particular post and you spend more than 30 seconds there, or you spend up to a minute there, Facebook can suspect that, oh, okay, this one has spent more than a minute on this post. It means that he likes this kind of stuff. And so if anybody wants to run ads, maybe selling I don't know, selling phones, for example, Facebook will say, okay, I know all the people that love phones in Nigeria. I know all the people that love phones in Madagascar. I know all the people that love phones in Nigeria. How does he know? He knows because when they see those phones, they like them, or they spend time looking at them, or they listen to videos in that particular direction. And so because of that, Facebook can say, okay, if you give me $10, I'm going to show your ad to all those that love your products. So I don't know if you understand how Facebook gets the data that they use to sell in their Facebook advertising. So that's very, very, very important, and you have to note that, right? Yeah, so that's how they manage to come out with the data which they use, right? And that's why Facebook is free. Facebook is saying, come and use my platform for free. Come and use it. It's free. The reason it's free, it's not because they like you necessarily. No, it's because while you're using their platform, you're providing them with data. You're showing them the things you like. You're showing them the things you appreciate. And so they can target you, whenever somebody needs to run ads in your direction. So that's very, 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 very important. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead, right? Why should you advertise on Facebook? Now, I've explained the basic of Facebook advertisement. I've explained how Facebook manages to get the data, to get their data, right? I've explained that. Now, why should you advertise on Facebook? First of all, there are over 2 billion users on Facebook. 2 billion users. And 2 billion users means 2 billion potential customers, potential partners, potential investors. So you don't want to miss out on a platform that has 2 billion users. The next thing is that Facebook has laser focused audience targeting. It's unbelievable. You can be in Nigeria and you target face people in France. You can be in Mozambique and you target people in Ghana. In fact, you can even decide to target people in a specific region. So you can decide to say, okay, I'm not just going to target people in Ghana, but I'm going to target people in Accra, Ghana. I'm going to target people, in Lesotho. I'm going to target people in Lagos, in Nigeria. Like, you can be that precise using Facebook advertisement. And that's why some people can be in Nigeria and they sell products in Sierra Leone. They can be in Nigeria and they sell products in Ghana, because you don't have to be in Ghana to sell in Ghana. You can use Facebook advertisement to be in Ghana and sell in Abuja, Nigeria. So this is amazing, right? These are the many reasons why you should advertise on Facebook. Another reason is because it is cost efficient. Cost efficient because sometimes with just a little amount like $5, you can reach out to close to 10,000 people. You can reach out to close to 5,000 people with a little amount like $5. Now, if you convert $5 to your currency, you're going to find out that it's really nothing, you know. And of course, if you show your products to 20,000 people, people will normally buy. They will normally buy, except your village people are following you, like they always used to say it here. Facebook has proven itself to work. That's why you should use Facebook. There are companies today, or there are individuals today that survive only by Facebook. Only by Facebook. That means they live on Facebook. They survive completely by Facebook. So you're not going to say, does it work? Does it not work? No. A platform with 2 billion people, it must work. It must work. There are people that survive today strictly by Facebook. It means it works. It means it works. And it's interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, essentials for effective Facebook advertising. Now, these are the things you should consider before you even start the advertising on Facebook. The first thing you want to do is your competitor analysis. Now, this is very, very important. This is very, very important. Like we always say, it doesn't make sense, right, to say that you are online and you have a page and you don't know how to go about your page. It doesn't even make sense, because there are many people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. There are many people. If you're selling clothes, for example, you're not the first to sell clothes. You're not the first to sell beauty products. There are people that have been doing it for the past 10 years on Facebook. They have succeeded. They have been doing it and they are doing it already better than you. So why not look into what your competitors are doing? Why? Just look for those that are already doing what you're doing, because you're not the first. Look at the way they are doing it and copy from them. That's why your competitor analysis is very important when you want to start your Facebook advertisement. And there are tools you can use for your competitor analysis. There are so many tools. Now, I'm going to take an example. Let's say I am selling, well, there are many tools. I'm just going to share one of them, or there are many. You can use tools like Spyful. You can use tools like SimilarWeb to do your competitor analysis. There are many tools, just many tools. It depends on the tool which you're most comfortable with. Now, I don't know. Let me take an example, right? Let's say I am selling cake, or I am selling, bakeries, for example. The first thing I want to do because I'm not the first person selling cake online. I'm not the first person selling bakeries online. So what I have to do is I have to go online and look for my competitors. So it's very easy. Uh, let me just share my screen to show you exactly what I can do, right? Uh, let's say I'm selling cake online. Uh, to get my competitors, right? Let me share my screen. Let me see. So let's say I'm selling cake online, right? Let me share my screen now. I'm selling cake online. I hope you can see my screen. Mm, great. So I hope you can see my screen. Let's say, for example, that McDonald's is one of my competitors, for example, and I have to study about McDonald's. Probably many of you should know who McDonald's is. I hope you're seeing my screen. I really hope you're seeing my screen. Let me see. Uh, let me try again, right? Let me try again. Let me try again. Okay, so let's say I found out that McDonald's is my competitor, right? And I want to analyze my competitor. Remember that before I run ads, I have to analyze my competitor. So I'm sure you're seeing my screen now. Now, let's say I found out that McDonald's is my competitor and I want to analyze them. What I can do is I will head on to similar web. I'll head on to similar web. Now it's just similarweb.com, right? Similar web. And then what I'll do is let me just so what I'll do is I'll copy the link of McDonald, for example, and I'll come and put it on similar web, for example. uh, I'm sure you can see my screen. Okay. Oh, you're not seeing my screen. Oh, they are not seeing my screen. Oh dear Lord, what can I do? Let me see. uh Let me try to share my screen so that you can see it. I don't know why I'm having. Okay, I'm sure you should be seeing my screen now. I'm sure you should be seeing my screen now, right? Okay, now let's say McDonald, for example, is. I found out that McDonald is my competitor, right? Let's say I found out that McDonald is my competitor, and then I want to analyze McDonald. So what I'll do is I come to similar web and then I put there McDonald, like you can see on your screen here, mcdonald.com. Now you're going to notice that this site is going to give me a lot of information about McDonald, which is my competitor. It shows me their global ranking, as you can see here. I don't know why people are saying they can't see my screen. Let me see. I don't know if Udeme is here. Udeme, are you here? Can you see my screen, Udeme? Okay, it seems my screen is not showing, and oh dear. Okay, okay. My screen is apparently not showing. I don't know why. I'm really just struggling to make it show. Uh, uh, okay, I guess you can see my screen now. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? I guess you can see my screen now. Okay, Annie says yes. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, yeah. So I was saying that let's say McDonald is my competitor, right? And I want to analyze my competitor. I want to get information about my competitor. So what I do is I'll head on to I'll go to similarweb.com, as you can see. Now, as I said, there are many tools, right? Just that SimilarWeb is just one among many of them. So when I go to similarweb.com, as you can see, and there are many tools again, I will just come there and paste the link for McDonald's, as you can see. So I'll paste the link for McDonald's, and then you're going to see a lot of information about McDonald's. A lot of information. For example, you're going to find out that McDonald's, for example, has yes, you're going to find out that McDonald's, for example, has 24 million visits. It has 59.34 bounce rate. Now, a bounce rate, for those who don't know what a bounce rate is, a bounce rate is the number of people that leave your website, without exploring all the other pages of your website. So a bounce rate actually means these are people that came on your page, on your landing page, and left without exploring other pages. Most times there are people that don't stay a lot on your website. So your bounce rate measures the number of people or the rate at which people don't stay a lot on your website. And usually when you have a bounce rate of 59%, like is the case here, it's usually a good bounce rate. A bounce rate is usually poor when it is from 70 or 80% upward. It means you have a poor bounce rate. Well, we could go into a lot more details. A good bounce rate is an excellent bounce rate is a bounce rate between 30% and 40%. So you're going to see, for example, that they have 2.37 visits per page. You're going to see that there is a duration of averagely 1 minute, 1 minute 34 seconds. So averagely people make 1 minute 34 seconds when they come to their page. Now, you're going to see, for example, that the total number of visits that they had in the month of March, in the month of April, in the month of May. Now, this is assuming McDonald's is my competitor. Because if I'm selling cakes, for example, or I'm selling beauty products, I have to find out my competitor, right? I can just go on Google and type beauty products online, and I'm going to see many of my competitors. Now, here again, I can see the countries in which McDonald's makes the most or reaches the most of people. We can see that they reach most people in the United States. They reach lesser people in the United Kingdom. They reach lesser people in Germany. And as we go down, we can even see their distribution. We can see that most of those that visit them are between the age of 25 and 34. Most of them are males, are male. You know, you can see that data here. They are between the age of 25 and 34. Now, what is the importance of this information? Let's say I want to run ads, and then McDonald's is my competitor. I will not have to waste time running my ads trying to target people between the age of 35 and 44, or between the age of 55 and 64, because I know that, you know, I'm not going to have a lot of outcome from there. But you see, given the information that I have here, I can decide to focus my ads only on people between the age of 25 and 34. And how did I know that information? I knew that information because of the insights that I got from this website. You see, so these are many things that you can, you know, you can do to analyze your competitor. You can see, for example, the interest. Now, when you start, when we do the next session where we'll be showing you how you can run ads, you're going to see that at some point in your ads, they will ask you the interest of your audience. You know, what is their interest? What is their demography like? You see, here you have all that information. For example, you're going to see that many people that buy from McDonald's, for example, are people that, you know, are interested around, you know, video game consoles and accessories, restaurants, education, newspapers, publishers, computer electronics. You know, you can see shopping, news, like so many of them. You can find a lot of information. It shows that most of those that purchase in this particular company, these are their interests, you know. So you can have a lot of information. We don't just have time to go into so many details. Now, again, just here you can have many more competitors. For example, you can see that McDonald's has so many other competitors like Wendy's.com, BK.com, Subway.com. Like, so you can find so many other competitors here which you can analyze. And you're going to see here, see all competitors. You know, you can find so many information. You can even know where they
Simply say unmuted.
Oh, can you hear me now? I hope you can hear me now. Sorry, very, very sorry for that. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, like I was saying, you're going to notice that 63.90% of their traffic comes from organic search. 22.78 comes from direct, you know, 3.48 comes from referrals, 0.69 comes from this kind of information. You too, you can know where to focus your market on, you know. And again, this version of SimilarWeb is the free version. So this is all what we can have as information. If we were going into more detailed, you know, if you were taking the paid version, for example, you will not only be able to know the percentage, but you can have access to exactly who are those visiting their website. And this is interesting because you can now have access to the exact list of people who are visiting their website, which you can target now. And that is why it's not free, of course. That's why you may have to pay something. You may have to pay something to have access to all this information. Now, here, for example, you're going to see top keywords that are leading to the McDonald's website. You can look at many keywords that are leading to their website. You can also look at outgoing keywords, and uh, 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 um, yeah, you can look at outgoing keywords, that these guys are using. You can get so much information here. You are even going to notice that there is some information that is not available, like the one you're seeing here is not available because you have to pay something to have it. That's why it's not free. So knowing all this information can help you know um, exactly, you know how to you can have a lot of information about your competitor. You can even see their display ads. Here, the display ads that they run, how it looks like, and you can copy from it. You can see their social media. In their social media, where do they get most traffic? You're going to see here, for example, that they get most traffic on YouTube. They get more traffic on Facebook. They get some traffic on LinkedIn. You can measure the percentages, and see so many information that you can get from a single website. And again, you can get more if you pay. You can get more information if you pay about it, if you pay some money. No, let's say talking about McDonald's made me hungry. Oh, I'm very sorry for that. That was not the original intention. you know that was not my plan. So if you're hungry, very sorry, after the class you can bite something. Yeah, so these are some of the tools you can use to get information uh, about your competitor. So this is just one of them. There are so many of them. You can even get the keywords that they use. So many. In fact, you can even compare two sites. Like if you look at the screen here, you're going to see compare this site to. You can look for another competitor and compare, and try to get a lot of information from them. Yeah, so that was it for competitor analysis. Of course, we don't have so much time to go into details, for me to probably explain each term, what each of the terms mean here. You're going to know them as you keep using them, right? You're going to know them as you keep using them. Yeah, so let me go back to my presentation. Yeah, so I hope you can now see my presentation. Great. So let's move ahead. Market research. You can carry out the market research. Carry out the market research is to know the strengths and the weaknesses of your competitors. You know, there are sites you can get this kind of information from. There are sites you can get. There's a site, for example, called Big Spy. Big Spy. I don't know if I can show you Big Spy. No. This is Spyful. Well, there's you can also use Spyful. There are just many sites. It's not like that you can use Spyful, for example. If you come to Spyful, for example, you're going to see something while analyzing. Again, you just have to paste the link of your competitor and it will give you all the information. So this one is called Spyful. If you come to Spyful, for example, you're going to see something here like missing keywords. You're going to see all keywords, core keywords, questions, and you're going to see missing keywords. Missing keywords are keywords that your competitors are likely not using. For example, There are keywords that your competitors that have a considerable search volume, but that your competitors are not using. So you can take advantage of some of those keywords, you see. And most times, for you to even have access to some of these keywords, you may have to pay, right? You may have to pay, and it will give you, like, for example, you can see some of them here, some of the missing keywords that your competitors are not paying attention to, which you can use, and distinguish yourself. Well, this may help a lot for those that do stuff like search engine optimization. So let me just go back to the slide. Yeah. So you have to do your audience research, audience research. Most of these tools can help you know your audience research, so that you can know, for example, where to find your audience, where are they found, which groups are they found, which Facebook groups are they found, which articles, are they found. I'll take, for example, if you make your competitive research, for example, you can find out which articles refer your competitors most. You can even see it on similar web. It will show you that the website from which your competitors get the most traffic. If you have the name of that website, you too can contact that website, and ask them to publish your products on that website, so that you too can have similar results. So you can have a lot of information on many of these tools. The offer, the product, the service. You have to consider your offer, your product, your service, to know if it is something the market needs at that point. It is one thing for your market to need a product. It's another thing for your market to need a product at a certain point. That's why it's very important. Your product can be needful, but not at a certain point. So, of course, one of the ways you can do to know whether your product is needful is to start selling. That's why sometimes it's recommended, right? Sometimes it's recommended that if you have a product, right, before you rush and start posting it on Facebook, on Instagram, just start with your friends, your colleagues. Before you rush on Facebook, just contact your colleagues. Tell them that I have this my product, just use it, tell me how you feel. Because your colleagues are going to give you uh, your colleagues are going to give you honest feedback. They're going to let you to reassure you whether or not your product is needful or not. So once you give it to your colleagues and they appreciate it, normally everybody will appreciate. So before you take a product online, contact your friends, contact your colleagues, contact your family members. Just contact them, so that they can review your product. If they appreciate it, the whole world will appreciate it. But if they don't appreciate it, the world will not appreciate it. So that's very, very important. You have to know whether your product is needed or not. Very, very important. Another thing is the customer value journey. Understand the various stages of your customer value journey to know the kind of ad you should run. Now, this is very, very, very important. Uh, there are many ways we can we can get some of this information, because you have to know that not all customers are at the same level when it comes to buying. Customers are not all at the same purchasing level. There are customers that, for example, they need time to trust you before they buy from you. That's why when you're running ads, there are three types of adverts. There are adverts which you run to. There are cold adverts, right, which you run to people that don't know you, right? There are retargeting adverts, and there are conversion adverts. I think in the next class we are going to be looking at that in more detail. Because customers are at different levels. So sometimes for you to run a conversion campaign, you may first of all have to run a cold campaign. A cold campaign means a campaign that you're reaching out to people for the very first time, people that don't know you, people that don't care about you. You know, like we always say, people go online not always to buy products, especially on social media. They don't always go with the main objective of buying products or services. Sometimes they just go to have fun, you know. And so sometimes they have to trust you before they buy from you. That's why your first act may not be you trying to sell a product. Your first act may be you trying to solve a problem. Let's say for example, let's say I am running let's say I'm selling cosmetic products. My first ad may not be me trying to show my products directly. My first ad can just be me, you know, trying to talk about the different challenges that people face when it comes to cosmetics. My first ad can just be trying to show people how, you know, when you have pimples or when you have acne, it's not good for you. You know, I can decide to show people how that pimples can lead to less self esteem. It can lead to low self esteem. You know, I just start describing the challenges that people face when it comes to pimples. You know, the idea of this art is not to sell necessarily. The idea of this art is to build awareness. The idea of this art is to tell people, hey, I care about the challenges that you're facing on a daily basis. So you might have to run that kind of art first, you know, just to get people engaged. You know, people will be like, oh yeah, I have pimples, I don't even know how to go about it. Can you help me? Is there a way you can come through for me? You know, you can run that kind of art. You know, before now you run a retargeting ad or a retargeting ad to target just those that interacted, or just those that, you know, were engaged during the first ad. So these are the many things you can do. And of course, in our next class, we are going to be showing you how you can do retargeted ads and many other things you can do, you know. So it's very, very important. Not everybody is at the level where he is ready to remove his money and buy. So you have to be patient. You have to be patient. Sometimes you have to educate your customer before you finally sell to them. And then lastly, you have what you call your creating your ad copy. Now, for you to create your ad copy, most times what you can do is you can look at your competitors' ad copy. You know, let's say you want to create an ad copy, but you don't know how to create the ad copy. What you can do is look at the ad copy of your competitor, and there are many tools you can use to see the ad copy of your competitor. One of them, for example, is called Big Spy. Let me see if I have Big Spy here. Yes, I have it here. Big Spy. Let me share my screen so that you can see. I guess you can see Big Spy. You just have to go to bigspy.com, right? Now, if I go to Big Spy, like right now, I'm on Big Spy, right? And I type there McDonald, for example, and I decide to search. Oh, the data is still loading. So if I decide to search, for example, like I just search McDonald here, it's going to show me all the ad copies of McDonald. So I'm hoping that my internet will be fast enough so that we can see all the ads that McDonald is running. I'm just hoping so. Let me try to reload the page again. So you just have to go to bigspy.com, right? So let me try to reload the page again. So if you come on this site, again, there are many of them. It will show you all the ad copies of McDonald's, all the ads that they run on different platforms. It can be on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on all the social media platforms. It's going to give you all of that in detail. So apparently my internet is a little slow. I wanted to show you exactly, you know, how you can get that here. So let me select McDonald's and search. Great, the ads are uploading. So you can see it's going to show me all the ads that McDonald's has been running. And guess what? The ads on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Pinterest. Like it's going to show me all the ads that they have been running. You see, you can see some of them already. They are already uploading. You know, it's going to show me all the ads, and from there I can copy one or two things. I can see, how they run their ads, how their ad copy look like, their designs, and from there I can get one or two things. Now I'm only using McDonald, right? But in your case, your competitor might be another company which you can look at, and see how they uh, run their ads. So that's very, very, very important. Okay, so let's go ahead, right? We don't have enough time. We have to conclude very soon. Let me see. Yeah. So you have to define your Facebook advertising goal. And of course, a goal has to be smart, when you want to run ads on Facebook, don't just say I want to get customers. No, that's not a goal. Don't say I want to reach out to more people, or I want to make more sales. No, that's not a goal. You have to define your goals. I want to make 5 million. I want to make 500,000. You have to define how much exactly you want to make. Usually it's after you define what you want to make, that you'll be able to know the strategies that you will put in place in order to achieve it. So your goals has to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So don't just say I want to make 10 million. No, you have to say I want to make 10 million in 2 weeks. I want to make 10 million in 1 month. And of course, it has to be achievable. You can't want to make 10 million when especially at the beginning of your business. So at the beginning of your business, you might want to set relevant goals. So your Facebook advertisement objectives, you have to define what are your objectives. Do you want to reach out to more people? Do you want traffic? Do you want conversion? Do you want page likes? Now, all these objectives are already there, right? They are not things that you have to formulate. I don't know if I can show you maybe how an ad manager looks like. I just hope you're seeing my screen. Yeah, so this is how an ad manager looks like. This is just to tell you that you don't have to. It's not like you will be the one to define the objectives. They are already there, right? You just have to select. You just have to select. So in our next class, I'm going to be showing you how you can run campaigns. I will show you the difference between campaigns, ad sets, ads. I'm going to go into a lot of details. For example, if I choose to run a campaign, oh dear Lord, I feel like internet is going to disturb us. I wanted to show you how you can define your goals. Great. So you're going to see here, for example, that they are asking me choose your campaign objective. So I can choose awareness, I can choose traffic, I can choose engagement, I can choose leads, I can choose app promotion if I have an application, I can choose sales. So I'm the one that have to choose what I want. So from here I can choose and continue, but then that's a story for the next class, right? Let's just this class we are just getting you started. That's a story for the next class. So since we are just getting you started, let me focus here so that we can finish fast. We have just 5 minutes remaining. So you have to define your reach, define your engagement, define whether you want more reach, more engagement, more traffic, more conversion, more page likes. You have to define that, right? And so to get started with your Facebook advertising, what you have to do is to create your Facebook account. I hope everybody here has a Facebook account. Please, if you don't have a Facebook account, make sure you create it, right? Make sure you create it. If you don't have a Facebook account, make sure you create it. It's very, very important. If you don't have a Facebook account, make sure you create it. To create it is simple. Just go on your Play Store and download the Facebook app. and then uh, download the Facebook app and create your how they call it, log in, get your Facebook account, and of course from there what you do is you create your page. If you don't have a page, please make sure you create your page, because you cannot understand all these things if you don't have a page, right? So from your account, create your page. I already explained the difference between your Facebook account and your Facebook page. And like I said, you can switch from your account to your page. Let's say, for example, that you have an account now and you want to switch it to a page. It's very simple. Maybe I can show you very fast. Now, this, for example, is my Facebook account, right? I don't know if you can, you probably can see my screen, right? This, for example, is my Facebook account, right? I want to switch it to a Facebook page. It's very simple. Now, you are going to notice that Facebook accounts, you have friends, whereas on Facebook pages, you have followers, right? So what I do is I will click here on this three dots that you see here, and then I'm going to click on turn on professional mode. Now once I click on this turn on professional mode, it's going to switch my friends into my followers. So I might start having maybe 2,800 followers. So you too can decide to turn your page into your account. Now I don't want to do it, right? I'm not interested in doing it because I already have a page. But if, and of course, if you switch it into a professional account, you can unswitch it back. Maybe I should do it just so you can see. Okay, let me click on turn on professional mode so that you're going to see what will happen, right? Great, done. Okay, now look at what just happened. I just turned my profile, my page into my account into a page. Now notice that I used to have friends. Now I have followers. I don't know if you're seeing here. I now have followers instead of friends. My mic was muted. Very, very sorry. My mic was muted. Very sorry. Yeah. So that was just a guide for those who want to turn their Facebook accounts into pages. You can do that yourself. It's very easy. Yeah. So let me go back to my presentation. Great. So you create a page, you activate your Facebook ad account. Don't worry, we're going to look at that. It's very simple. Just go to your ads.google. Oh, don't worry, we'll look at that in the next class. It's very simple, right? I'll show you exactly how to do it. It's very easy. Then you link your debit or your credit card. You just have to link it, put in your payment modalities, and it's very easy. I'll show you all of that. And we're already at the end of our session, measuring and troubleshooting your ads. Now when you run your ads, it's possible from your insight to know how good your ad, uh, how excellent your ad was, or to know how what was the outcome of your ad. Like you can know exactly if your ad did well or it did not do well, right? And if your ad did well, there are ways you can know. You can use your insights. I'm going to show all that. Don't worry. You can use your insights to know whether your ads did well or not, right? And of course, if your ads did well, you can scale your ad. There are two ways of scaling an ad. Scaling, you can scale an ad vertically or you can scale it horizontally. Scaling vertically means you're adding the budget. Okay, let me just explain it in a way that's very simple, right? Let me just explain it in a way that is very, very simple. Very, very simple. Let's say I run an ad of $20, and I noticed that I ran the ad of $20 and I had a profit of $200. It means it's interesting, right? Don't you think so? If I run an ad of $20 and I have a return of $200, it means it's interesting because I just made a profit of close to $180. That's a gross profit, of course. Now, if I notice that with $20 I can make $200, what do? I can decide to scale the ad vertically by increasing the budget, meaning that I push it from $20 to $40 or to $30. Because I'm assuming that if $20 gave me $180, it means $30 will probably give me 100 or maybe $250. I don't know if you understand. So you can scale your ad vertically, or you can also scale it horizontally. Scaling it horizontally means that this time you're not touching the budget, but you're touching the target. Meaning that, for example, let's say I was running my ad in Lagos, Nigeria, and I had $200 profit. So what I now do is that I expand it. Like, I decided not just to run it in Lagos, Nigeria, but I also run it in Abuja, Nigeria. Meaning that I've expanded the target of the ad. I don't know if you understand. Like, I've expanded the target of the ad so that I can make more profitability. So scaling vertically, you're adding the budget. Scaling horizontally, you're adding the target, the area. So that's very important. Yeah. So I think we have come to the end of our session for today. Thank you so much for all of you who attended this session. Hope you learned something, right? Hope you learned something. Hope it benefited you in one way or the other, right? Hope you learned something. That is very, very, very important. Now, the disclaimer that we always give, right, is that all the things you learned here are completely useless if you will not put them to practice. So it's completely useless. Like, if you're not going to put the things you learn to practice, you just wasted 1 hour of your time. And you don't want to waste your time, right? So since you don't want to waste your time, I would recommend, please, that you put the things you learned to practice. So thank you so much for attending today's session. Thank you very, very much. I hope you learned a lot. I can see the comment section. Thank you so much, Aranyo. Thank you to everybody. See you in the next class. Make sure you enjoy yourself. So thank you so much. Udeme has just dropped the link. If you want to learn more about digital marketing, just follow that link, right? And you're going to learn more. Thank you so much. And also follow us on social media. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. The links are going to be dropped. The reason you should follow us is so that you can see how we do our own ads and copy it, right? You can see how we do our own digital marketing and copy it. Like we always say, 1 hour is not enough to say everything, but on our social media pages on a daily basis, right? We give you tips that you can use to better your online presence. Thank you so much, Naza Stella. Thank you very much, and see you next class. Thank you.